Hey everybody, welcome back to C.I.K Gaming. Black Zone farming time. How I do it and how I try to... Basically how I do this. And why I think it's so... I'm not invisible. Why am I not invisible? Oh, I am invisible. Okay, just... Animation got messed up. What's the benefit of going to the Black Zone? Why do this at all? Like, what's the point? I have a nice little kit with me. What's the value of it? 200,000. I don't mind it because I have so I'll explain why. Hang on. Yep. Go ahead and gather that because that's good. Anything that's enchanted, I gather because it's worth a bit more than anything else. So it's worth me stopping for 5 seconds to make 1,000. I'm saying it's awesome. It's also always worth your time to kill everything that is like that. All these awesome dudes. Lifesteal food is the key because with plate armor and lifesteal food, it's easy. 11,000. So the value systems here are actually quite high. All I do is run around the open world. I try to get to higher, not necessarily just a higher tier zone, but what I do is I run away from people and try, like, I'll probably end up at this, nope, not a sump. I'm in a tier 7 zone right now. Skeleton, oh shit. So we'll wait. But the problem is, like, this is one zone away, so like this isn't really necessarily worth. So this is the fame. This is one of the ways to fame farm. I think it's more casual and a lot more enjoyable than running dungeons. Oh, you also get those. And you get the bosses. The reason the bosses are so easy in plate is because I take less damage from every single thing that they do. It's the reason I have good gear on. So the bosses I can fight pretty easily. Heal, energy regen. And in that last video, that's the reason I said I think this is one of the most... It's not the most powerful, but I think it is one of the most important builds in the game. Crap, how much did I get for that? 68,000 fame. 68,000 fame, and all I did was just stop and kill a little monster. Is that turned on? Oh, let's turn this bitch on for a minute. I don't usually like the thing. But, oh yeah. I don't want to deal with him at all, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill him right now. Because he'll mess my life up. Ah, God. Treat it. Oh my God. I'm doing wonderful on this. Just treat it like PvP. Make sure you get hit by that every time. Holy shit. He's about to turn his little thing on. If I could just last just for a little bit longer and get my boots, maybe this will let me survive. Woo! That was close. Tier 7 bag. Got 100,000 for that. Oh God, hang on. We gotta put some before I do anything else. We gotta put some money away. Deposit. I'll deposit that much. I don't roughly know. So that's roughly... I got 2 million, so we'll spend the 2 million to get the increased fame. Yeah, and do that part a little better than what I just did. My goodness, that was pretty bad. But this is your little PvE build. It works in the arena too. And as you can tell, everything dies pretty fast. I didn't take out that for cape because I didn't want to. But it's done. And it works fast, bro. Like, this is so fun to me. It's like, hang on, it's not really that. Maybe it's not. Maybe fun is not the right term. But I'm also gathering, and I've already made, that's 100K. How much are these worth? Holy shit. Yeah, 3K. I've spent a lot of time in corrupted dungeons, so like this is that's 10K, dude. That's more than but that's more than what the damn boss of a corrupted dungeon gives you. And I also get these everywhere. Enchanted nodes just sitting out for people to grab. 5.2 is worth 2,000. Easy, easy. No stress. And a lot of the times when you get in these black zones, people aren't like... I don't know if it's because the EU server opened up. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't even tell he was doing that. The reason when I came out here I took slightly tougher gear is because, one, I don't want to get wrecked by some loser in tier I don't get wrecked by some loser in tier 4.1. Oh shit. Let's see. Let's see who that is and what he's doing. That's the other thing too, is I'm kind of actively looking for a fight. I don't mind fighting. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of PvP like I used to be. I'm not intimidated by like, oh no, I better not fight this person. I might die. Nah, good. It's the name of the game, man. If you're scared of PvP, dude, he's too close. Yeah, I thought you was. What you got, bro? Dude, I'm about to whoop your ass and take your shit. Let's go. Or not. My God. Come here, punk. Oh, God. Edgy seat action right here, bro. But I'm about to get my boots back. Get the fuck out of here. What's up? What's up? Give me your shit. Oh, God. I'm not gonna lie. I started to panic for a minute. Oh, God. That terrified me. Wait, why did I put his stuff on? Awesome. Let's go. Who else wants some? No cape. You can't win fights. I beg to differ, sir. Fear me. That was awesome. Not gonna lie, I was... Oh, God. I'm actually quite, like... I'm a little nervous now. That was crazy cool. Now watch him come back and look for me with, like, 10 of his friends. And good stuff. Another 100,000. God damn it, I knew it. Pussies. Oh, fuck. Love this game. Well. Love it. Now we adjust to our make money build. What am I doing? I knew they were gonna do that too. I knew it was just a matter of time. They were like, "Hey, some guy killed me. We can't have that." Fucking bitches. I hate this game sometimes. It's alright though. The whole point is for me to get my... Yeah, and I guess this is another cool thing. Not a book, a shield. Shield. Good tier 7 roast. And the cool thing is it still works with tier 4. It makes it faster. If you do consumable, it needs to be potion. Let's do healing potions, just in case. Like, if I had full health right there... Well, no, they had a healer, too. Pussies. So that's the only thing to call them. Little pussy bitches. Love it. Better get your friends. You're gonna come fight me. You'll need it. And we did it, and we just got right back up. Now the difference in cost is that. So less than 30,000. And I'm going right back out there. Maybe not that same spot, but the fame rewards are awesome. And this is what the Black Sun is. People looking to fight each other and kill each other and take all your stuff. That's all it is. Don't expect anything different. Don't think about it any other way. If you don't want to come, if you don't want to engage in that combat, and if you don't want to do that, then don't go to the Black Sun. But the advantage is even right outside. I can't wait to go find. I'm gonna go find those pussies again. Ooh, shit, not that way. He's already dismounted. That's the main reason you run a ox, not a horse. If you run a horse, you run a massive. There's a really good chance that you're gonna get quickly dismounted and murdered. You might think, oh, it's faster to take a horse or something. No, it's not. All you do, only thing that happens is you get chased into a pack of mobs and then you get killed. Damn, they're thumping out here tonight. That Claymore fight, I messed up because I meant to so I didn't know I didn't know what his W was gonna be, which sucks. But no big deal. I won I won open world 1v1. That's all I won. This build slaps in it, and I was in flat tier 6. He was in tier 4. Ooh, what'd I get? I'll take it. Shit, I meant to eat my food. You're a little bit weaker, so I wouldn't take a flat tier 4 into the tier 8 zone. See how like I'm taking a bit more damage than I was last time. So I wouldn't take it into tier 8 zones, but doing this kind of stuff, you should be totally fine. Now the bosses, however, if those world bosses, if you don't know how they work, you're probably gonna die. Hurry up and kill him because I'm about to get attacked. But in my opinion, this is I would say the fastest way to get your stuff up. But you have to deal with the people who live out here, and their job basically is they don't make money any other way than killing people and taking stuff. So one of the things that makes you less of a target is the gear quality you have, like the total cost of your gear. If it's low, then you're not worth it, generally speaking. But they're still, I mean, they'll still kill you because they're looking for they're looking for that PvP fame bonus because it's for their guild. Like their whole guild makes money, or it's like it all works towards their standing, I guess. Ooh, I'm making a short out of that. That was awesome. Got my blood pumping and feeling awesome. Hello. I usually skip most of the weaker mobs. They're not. If you wanted to kill them, you just stay in safe zones. You need to find the juicy ones to make up for everything. Also helps you move around enough to not be instant. Well, you can be tracked pretty easily, but see, oh yeah, already got 120,000 fame credits. I only had her for a few minutes, and I don't have anything good. 8,000, 1,600. So and plus two, you make. I mean, it's not a money making guide or anything, but you make silver per kill. Let's see how long. Hang on, I'll do this. How long does it take to buy my replacement costs with open world mobs? Deposit everything. So I got 2,000 and 0 monies. Or 1 money. I got 1 silver. And I'll just literally just stay out here until that number disappears. I don't know why I'm killing this. The reason I used to do this with Caerleon, and when you do it with Caerleon, you have the added bonus of the faction points and the same system. So almost the same fame, but you also get Caerleon points too, which is awesome. I may have to run the bleed because I am running the bleed. Never mind. I know what I'm doing. Ain't no way. I'm about to get fucked up. I'm about to get fucked up. And he's got a bloodletter, so I have to leave this area completely, and I wanted that juicy mob. Watch him for a second. Disappear. I think we should be okay. Let's see if I can take this little group out here. I can't take it. You can't take no damage. And it's like dark and darker. Please don't run away from my mount, bro. Well, maybe not against this guy, but 18k. And this is pretty slow, but this is like a quick solo. Just spend 30 minutes. I guess I could put that up to track. What in the hell are you doing? Fighting. What is this? Why does it pop? Dude, I have no patience for this. Lock size, show icons only. There we go. Good lord. Show percentages, bro. I can't believe I had my first official open world fight win. That's awesome. They had to come back with a healer. And they got there fast. How the hell did they get back so quick? Because I barely even started fighting, and like they must have like called their guild or something. Oh, I get to look at this now. Stats. Wait, yeah. Wait, deaths and kills. So he's in the. I had a 100. I had a almost just barely had almost a 100 item power. That's all I had over him. I'll fucking take it. I'm happy with that. Especially because like this is that doesn't open world PvP. And what messed me up is not having soldier boots. Soldier boots are 100% the way to go when it comes to that. Because that's how you get away if the fight doesn't go right. Oh, hello. Oh, they got a hideout. Maybe I shouldn't be over here by their hideout. We could do a mists. We'll go do a mist, since I'm right by a hideout and I don't feel like getting dropped again. I probably won't try to do the... Yeah, fuck it. Feeling ballsy tonight. Tier 6 mist. I need food too, I'm starving. my boy. Put these boots on. I have no interest whatsoever in getting to Brazilian anymore after going to Morgana's Rest and seeing the 15 people that live there. How much are these guys worth the same as Black Zone mobs? The next test I'm doing is I need a healer, and I want to do. I'm gonna put some good gear on, and I want to see if what's the highest level group dungeon that you can do. 11,000. Yeah, these guys drop good fame. I guess in the middle. I guess this is that somewhere in between a static dungeon and a not static dungeon. Oh, good. Man, it's not climbing as fast as I want it to. That's the other thing too. Is silver generation in the game needs. That's the reason I don't really worry about like making silver. I'd rather just fucking buy it. You know what I'm saying? I would so much rather just spend $5, make a few million, and not worry about it. Because to me this ain't worth it. It ain't making this. It ain't really worth the silver. The fame is the only way to get the fame up outside of running arenas and then saving the books. Which I did that with Holy. That's how I got Holy to tier 8. But then you got the added mental stress of running arenas 24/7 as a way to progress your character. That is stressful. And it did not. God, I meant for that to be like. I guess I didn't know how long it would take. It did not take me very long to get to tier 8. It did not take me very long to get to tier 8 with just healing. I was kind of surprised. I was like, that's this. Oh god. I already got people. Man, I'm in tier 4. Y'all leave me alone. Let me do my thing. And somebody said the Nightfall Abbey stuff is worth so much money. Blah blah blah. I did a Nightfall, and every little boss that I killed they never dropped. None of them dropped. There was no like money drops. It's like a perk system. Maybe I haven't done enough of them or whatever. But there's a chest over there. I did have when I was doing a fame, not a fame guide. It was me trying to discover faming, like how to fame in this game, like the cool so just like there's a kind of a hidden little trick niche thing with you know, my little build here. I kind of feel like there's hidden stuff. There's a lot of hidden stuff in the game. And if we can find it as players, then we can not really break the game, but see, what the hell is this, bro? Like as soon, literally as fucking soon, in a silly way, as soon as actually he might be in trouble here. I think I got him. Oh, he's good. I just gotta wait for his armored. Ooh, closer. So retarded. Like, I didn't see him. There was no indication whatsoever that he was anywhere near me. How did he know that I was right here fighting? He just like came out of nowhere and hit me. And now they're fighting over there, so I might be able to stand up, which would be weird. But this is why I do not go to the mist at all. I can't stand the mist. I think it's the cheapest kind of I think it's the cheapest kind of PvP that is in Albion Online. This is only like, to me, it's one tier above like. Yeah, can somebody kill me, please? I'm gonna be able to get back up before it's over. Now I gotta sit here. He'll probably wait for 2 minutes and then come back and kill me. So then I'll still have to wait. I hate the mist. I never go into the mist. But I'm happy that I got my... At least with this build, I got my first kill. Yellow moose. You're famous. He get 100,000 fame from me. Or did I kill him? Deaths. Yeah, that's what I thought. Wait till let me catch y'all in the arena. I'll stripe that ass for you. Oh, welcome to the Black Zone life, guys. Not my favorite type of content to run, honestly, because most of it is just coming back, buying new shit, going back out, trying to make some kind of money. So, the only other thing to do is we'll do 2-5, and I will get a. I'll do Corrupted Dungeons next. And oh yeah, I forgot. I keep forgetting that. And now we go to the system that I know makes money. It's not the best, but I know that makes money. I know how to do it. Cloth, no man. Actually, for this, we're gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to my original everything because I need the. Yeah, and that's actually the to me that's the whole problem. That's the reason I came up with initially this, and for the open world stuff. I didn't buy anything twice, did I? For the initial part of the game, I really kind of knew that the Scholar Helm does not work. I guess we'll just take food.
Stay honest.
What's sold? Hey! A couple of videos ago I had that. Doop, 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 doop. And for this, what I'll do is the block. I never bought a shield. Crap.
Have a look. Satisfied?
And now we have the official PvP version ready to go do some corrupted dungeons. And I'll do a whole, maybe not tonight, but I'll do a whole. I mean, I'll run a food's worth of corrupted dungeons, and I don't care how much money I make. Because I gotta get this spec'd up a little bit more. And I lost my damn pick. And from a PvP perspective, I'm far more adept at using the all plate than I am running the Scholar Hood. The Scholar Hood is for the arenas, because I have to be, like, you don't die as much when you run the full plate. And I'll take this. And just a little bit of difference in your armor makes you substantially more tanky against those. But it still takes forever. It still takes forever to kill all these dudes. Mob density is important, like really important. The problem is that when you start making sounds, everybody hears you, and then they come to investigate. See? They're like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, I'm gonna message you." And right where I was just at, somebody already died. It's a blood fest out here. I love it. And that's what I was looking for. Boom. Flat tier 5 with spec gives you that kind of item power. So, and now the reason I don't, so when I initially did my build, I had I'm not gonna say more success, but I had a better system for winning than I do with this build. And then, but when I had several games where I started running out. I basically was just running out of energy. There ain't nothing else to it. And because I was running out of energy so fast, I had to make the adjustment to put Scholar Hood on. And when I made the adjustment with Scholar Hood, the way that it worked was I was by default not as tanky because I could. So okay, so I guess I should say this: the only thing that makes you a tank in Albion, you got to understand the damage rotational differences. You're not really a tank. Like, you're never really a tank in Albion, even with a decent gear score and stuff like that. All you do is, if you have a massive IP advantage, you're just really hard to kill. But you're, like, again, you're not a tank like in other games. You're not as hard to kill as, for instance, say, a healer is. You're just tougher. A bit tankier, but you're never truly, like, a tank. Like, you're never super hard to kill. Like, in that fight, it was still close, and there's still systems that'll mess up the damage. So, the sword tree is really hard to P against. Really just because of one, like, little mechanic, and that is their abilities are quick, and they're hard to react to. So with that, the fact that I was able to beat open world, you know, my first, like, official, like, I would consider that to be my first really good fight that I won. And I did it in almost all plate without the PvP helmet. So, yeah, the build is super, super strong. And it works in all content. It works better. It works, so, like, the difference is plate with a healer is busted. And my goal is to be able to eventually, I want to do a video where I run, like, I want to run some arenas with some good axe players, but instead of running some of the meta builds, I want everybody in plate. And possibly even the healer and guardian armor. This feels good too. I miss being back here, especially now that I know I can win stuff. It feels good to be back in the corrupted dungeons, killing demons. Kind of my thing, you know. The other thing that I like the most is it's a I don't know if it's better in terms of total fame with plate, but it gives you access to endless runs where I'm just in here by myself. I get in the zone, you know, fame up and make money at the same time. Not like that, but with the just make money. And then when people fight, now I'm not scared, which is kind of, I think, an important way to maybe to view shit. That's why the for cape is so nice with plate. I'll be honest, it might be I don't know. I'm still refining my build, so don't act like it's perfect. But that was actually pretty good for a side chest. Usually they're like 5 spell tomes. And this. See, like this is the build that I understand. Like, this is how I know how to fight with this. I know I can stay alive, dodge stuff, not take the big hits. Not saying I would have beat that carving sword guy in the mist, but already closed the dungeon, so I can go fight the main boss. The side bosses, man. You can you can fight those side bosses if you want to, but in my experience, it's so hit or miss that it's. I mean, generally, I don't usually worry about them. Go to the densest area of a map and kill these guys really fast, and close the portal, and close the dungeon, and then go back over there and fight that boss, and you tell me if it's worth it by the time you spend the 3 minutes it takes to kill it, and then open that box and get like this much from a side boss. It ain't worth it in my opinion. Sometimes they have great shit, but the only thing that matters in Corrupted Dungeons is... Now, if you're running in the Slayer level, it's a bit different. But this isn't Slayer level, this is Stalker. This is chill mode. This is so much faster than when I used to do this with sword too. I messed up my Q stacks. Nothing to it. Corrupt dungeons are easy, and then I like to chain them together. Doop, 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 doop. And it's like it's chump change, but I mean that's more than I made the last 2 times I went out and tried to do something. But I can still die, so I guess I shouldn't talk too soon. Tier 4, what's my yeah, so the armor is only 50, and then the cape's 100,000. But the cape speeds up the clears tremendously, especially if you're in plate. I don't know why I'm so fascinated with this game lately. And I guess when I mean fascinated, what I really mean is like it's one of those games that I keep playing. I don't need to be like. There's so much other stuff I need to be doing right now. Here I am. Nothing to it. It's super easy with the plate. And I wonder if that guy had 100 spec with his build. Not that that matters. Sorry, I'm still like my heart's still pounding from winning my first open world fight and having it recorded. Straight G'ing it up. My wife's gonna be like all excited for that when I show her. See, this is a good. So this is the kind of dungeon that see how dense it is. Hang on, what's the 193? Let's see what the total fame. And it's a slow grind. I get that, but fuck, what's not a slow grind in Albion? And what's better to kill than demons from hell? You know what I'm saying? I mean, really, like, what's more worth our time as players to murder demons in their little lair, keep them from blowing out into the world, which is actually something that I'm gonna do on my. I was gonna try to join that round table group, especially since I'm kind of a content creator for Albion now. I wanted to add some of my thoughts to what the game is missing, and one of the things that this game is missing in a big way is a combination of a combination of it's a combination of things. One of those is kind of a slightly more balanced economy to let you do stuff and make money as opposed to just having to buy it. Right? In some way, right? Like even if you have to, like here's a good example. Like in order to, let's just say I want to refine and make money. I have to be a premium member to do it, and I have to have used money to buy the premium. So there's a separate premium in the game. There's the base, like the premium we know is like reduced taxes, higher this, higher that, blah blah blah. Better fame, better drops. Okay, that's kind of premium that you can get with silver. There needs to be another kind of premium that you buy with actual cash only, and lets you work the markets to make silver. Like that's not stupid to me. That lets the company make money and lets a group of players work the economy, make silver in game that they can't use for premium, but at the same time keeps the market economy booming to let players do stuff like, I don't know, craft items. I mean, good lord, man. It shouldn't be as hard as it is to make money in Albion. Like, there should be better systems than just this. But it's fine, it's whatever. I don't judge Albion for what it does or doesn't do. I enjoy the PvP, which is it's a PvP game, so don't play it if you don't want a PvP. And for me, like I know it like so like adding some I'm sorry, I didn't finish my train of thought. Like the one thing that the game is missing is like, so Corrupted Dungeons is this really, really fun grind like demon stuff, right? But what Albion does not do very well is they really do not have good long-term goals for the game itself and the community and, you know, like everything in general. And they also don't have enough content that they come up with that would be for the players. And one of the examples of this is like we have Corrupted Dungeons, correct? But this is all solo. And we have Hellgates, a small group. Well, what about open world PvE experiences? What about some kind of open world stuff that you can give the players the chance to do? Because this is kind of a live service evolving game, correct? Why don't we have access to something like, I'll give you an example. So Corrupted Dungeons, why are we in here? I mean, like, so this is like, because in the game that I want to make, the book that I'm writing, it's all about the gameplay of what you see is based into the lore of the game. So if I look at it from like kind of like a real life lore perspective. So there's these demon portals open all over the world, and I can kill them. I can go into the dungeons and fight these dudes, but you don't pay me to go in there and kill them. So there's really no incentive. You're just like, yeah, go in there and fight the demons, and then there'll be boxes, and then maybe you can make some money, or maybe, you know, one of your friends from this city that you live in will jump into a portal and maybe he'll kill you. I mean, it's, you know, it's whatever. So it's like if you try to sell the content of the game. I mean, think about it. If you try to sell the content of the game in a realistic way, none of it has any value. None of it makes any sense, and like you wouldn't do a single thing in Albion. Corrupted Dungeons, Faction Warfare, like you wouldn't do shit. It'd be like the military being like, yeah, once you buy your first M16 and you buy your own body armor and it's basically good enough, then we'll let you join the army. And then we're not going to pay you. But you can go out there and you can work for free. We'll give you points towards like some totally useless shit that you don't need. And then maybe that'll be good. Oh, and we're not going to give you ammo. You got to buy your own ammo. We're not paying you a flat rate anyways. You have to go out there and gather. So like if your gun messes up, you got to fix it. That's kind of like, so like they have this really good system, but they don't incentivize you enough to do anything. There's no incentivization outside of money. And if you just wanted to make money, you just spend real money to make money. It's like stupid. And it's kind of it's undeserving of a game like this. Like, it's a really simple fix to increase the content level so that, for instance, faction warfare can be a bit more fun. Have a reason to have faction warfare, you know what I mean? Yes, it means that some city factions are going to be overpopulated and other ones are going to be bone dry with nobody, but it adds to fun. And the main thing they're missing is a PvE faction warfare. And the first thing that I thought about, even when I was playing this, is so like I should be able to be factioned up in this dungeon. That would be awesome because I'm factioned up from Carleon, or I'm from Fort Sterling, and I'm over here doing a red zone, you know, dungeon factioned up. So what does that mean? That means that when I come into these dungeons factioned up, I'm getting faction warfare points for doing this. But why does that matter in the open world? Well, it's because if I would say like weekly or daily, for instance, if not enough players do these, then these portals turn into like these little portals turn into big portals. And then if they don't get shut down, they grow again in size over the course of like, you know, so many hours. Wow. They would grow again in size, and they would become like little demon outposts. And then if they got really quickly, they would just go bloop, and they'd be these huge fortresses that players would have to fight their way into to be able to close it. Now, what would happen if there was a portal, like say if there was a demon portal in the region? Well, if there was a demon Hellgate type thing in the region, super powerful demons would come out, mess up everything, and they'd basically be like, they'd mess up like your ability to gather resources in a zone. And they would keep growing it to the point where they became this huge, like, you couldn't go into this zone. Because they could, like, they would be able to turn a yellow zone into a red zone in the Royal Continent. So you could be, if you found a corrupted dungeon right outside of Fort Sterling, and you got demons growing and no one's doing anything, then eventually it'll turn that zone into like a corrupted, it'll twist the zone into a corrupted like demon zone. And then instead you walk out, and instead of being able, like, instead of the open world mobs, it's like massive, like really powerful demons walking around destroying everything. And like the demons would literally be walking over and like destroying the nodes. So they would like wherever the nodes would be, they would be replaced with demons. So you couldn't even gather in a zone because there's too many demons in it. So like either the whole faction has to come together, or other factions can be invited to come fight and enjoy it and join in. Like there's so many cool things that can be done with this game that they're like, I think they're, I don't know, I'll be honest, I think they're a little bit lazy when it comes to the development of the game. They're just like, yeah, we'll just let players kill each other, steal each other's stuff. That's it. And then we'll figure out we'll do a system that makes it as hard as possible to make money for the players, so they have to spend money in premium and stuff. And we'll keep making money, and they'll keep playing the game and keep getting mad. Which is fine. I mean, good business model. I spend money on it, so it works. But you're selling yourself short, and you're just gonna have a mediocre game that could be amazing and could take over the world just like anything else. But you have to give us what we want. And we really need some. Look at a game like, and I guess the model for this would be, look at a game like Helldivers. Look at a game like Dark Tide. Look at these primarily PvE games and what they offer. There's no long-term systems in any of those games. Every mission is roughly the same, but it's just it's why you're fighting the monsters, the bugs, the demons, the xenomorphs, whatever it is. It feels important in a power fantasy lore system. I don't really like the system that exists right now, which is where I'm in a corrupted dungeon killing demons trying to make money. Like, what? No, I'm trying to promote good and love, or peace and love and justice. I don't want demons taking over the world, so here I am. Really not being well rewarded for it. That's the point. They need to come up with a better reward system for Albion, but it's fine. Until then, we'll just keep making videos on how I guess on my channel, how not to make money. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, this is how you run dungeons and play it. Is this my third dungeon? I think this might be my third dungeon. Yeah, this is my third dungeon. Shit, I forgot. I zoned out for a minute. After this, I'll head back in the video there, but your boy's stoked. I had my first open world PvE kill. Or I mean PvP kill. Because I think this damage profile is so good, I do think that I'll be able to run, with a healer, I think I'll be able to run group dungeons. Which might sound kind of silly, but if I could take one person as a healer and run, like, actually run a group dungeon, say a tier 6 group dungeon, with just a healer, and I could survive, get the heals, maintain the aggro, and we can make it through a group dungeon. I wonder what the Fang would be for that. Alright, this is the first purple chest of the night. That's pretty weak. We gotta run another one, because that's not even barely 100k. Can't do nothing with that. Spent 2 million buying and crafting tier 2 bars just to test to see if I could make money with a refining bonus to the city, and that doesn't even work. This game don't make no sense. Buy premium, you get better drops. No, the fuck you don't. And the content they want you to run, which is dangerous, which lets the broke people, it lets the broke people win a lot with PvP. And when I say broke people, what I mean is like the main, yeah. That's one of the problems with like the PvP of this game is it's based on a multitude of factors. Item power being one of them, specialization, but not just specialization with your item, but also the whole tree itself. So I get 12 item power for all axes. Okay, so I get that now. So you'll get, so if you 100 spec, how many axes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So if you spec all of these to 100, then you get, oh god, my brain shut down. 140 item power specialization bonus plus the actual 200 you get for the stuff. So the grind is insane when it comes to the fame farm. So the longer you have a character, the potential higher gear scores you can get with different things, which is why they even have that system in the first place. This game is daunting. Let me put it that way. But don't panic. Don't panic. By the time you really max out a build, you'll get bored of it. And then you'll move on to something else. I knew I was going to be crossbows for life, never going to do anything else. Now I'm in plate for the battle axe. Doesn't make any sense. But I'm winning more arenas than I ever have before. Maybe I'm not winning more, maybe I'm just winning differently. And maybe I'm winning the harder games. The games that usually I wouldn't win, maybe I'm winning, I'm doing better in those, and it's making me feel like I have a better win rate. can't really tell because my win rate's still 50%. But I don't think I've played enough games to affect the value. And I really hope, I really hope Albion doesn't do this. But I really hope Albion Online doesn't have. So, sorry, I'm trying not to say anything ignorant. There's a system in a lot of games, League of Legends, a lot of competitive games, where I caught League of Legends. That's the reason I'll never play League again. Is I caught League of Legends adjusting values of game stats, literally adjusting the values to produce varied results. So basically, like adjusting values in game to allow players to win or to not win, essentially. Not to mention the fact that in games like League of Legends, players can use map packs. They can see through the fog of war, and you know, League is like all ranked. Like there's a non-ranked side, but it's like, what's the point of playing a game like that if you're not going to rank up? So the highest, the people who make the highest rank in that game, generally speaking, either have a team of people they play with and they're really good and playing for a long time, which is not usually the case, or they solo rank up and they use pro guides. Pro guides is basically one of those services where they're like, hey, have a coach and we can guarantee you diamond. Well, how do they guarantee you diamond? Well, the reason they can guarantee you diamonds is because they have a host, a gaming pro essentially, that's going to get you there by coaching and telling you, don't go there, don't do that, do this, blah blah blah. But more importantly, the guy who runs the game, the coach player who's spectating, he's also going to be able to literally spectate both sides. So he can tell exactly where the jungler is, exactly what's happening, so he can use that information to tell you what to do. It's like the simplest form of cheating that I've ever seen, and that's how if you use a system like Pro Guides, you get access to instantaneous diamond, like so fast. Well, without it, you're never going to get it. And if you do get it, it'll be a fluke, because you'll win a bunch of games and then you'll start losing a bunch of games by like directly behind it. And I'd never noticed it, but right at the end of my League of Legends career, I was just then getting into recording because something weird happened, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm not a math genius, but like, I know that character doesn't do that much damage. And it was actually during the Worlds with when Faker had won. Faker won one of the Worlds tournament, and it was in one of the matches he was playing Kassadin, and he tower dives, and he blows up somebody on the other team. And even the announcer is like, you know, how did he do that? What the crap? And I went back later and I watched that video, and I was like, bro. And I got and like put it in creative mode and did that same build, and I couldn't make Kassadin's character do that much damage. And I was like, what the fuck? And it was a lot more, dude. It was a true one-shot of whoever the character was. And that was the first time I became suspicious of it. I was like, what if they changed the values of the game so that they could create this moment and create this superstar? So then I started watching Faker's feeds, or not his streams, but I just started watching his actual like full-length games, unedited, not super common. And Faker gets his ass stroked a lot, like a lot. It's only like he'll be playing and then he gets outplayed mid lane, and then he would have died, but the jungler comes in and saves him at the last second. And I was like, isn't this the best player in the world being saved by the jungler? I don't understand. And watching his team make plays around him that are like game saving, game winning. And I was like, what is happening? I don't understand. And then I was playing a match, and a Jinx player I was recording it, so I was able to go back and watch. The Jinx player, I was playing Draven against the Jinx, and I was destroying, like absolutely destroying her. I had like 9 kills against her. She was like she had no CS, dude. It was a bad game for her. And she comes back to one of the fights, and she gets one of the 10% crit items. Not the completed item, just one piece of it gives her a flat 10%. We have a fight at Dragon for an Infernal Drake. And I watch as Jinx, and I was recording it, and I watch as Jinx comes in and crits every shot. Every shot. Like she had a 100% crit bonus. And I was like, what the hell? Basically, she came in and she critted about 20 times. And she was able to literally kill everybody. And didn't even have... I had 3 items complete, and she didn't even have 1 item complete. She had her boots, and she had a crit item, and she had a couple, like, the low tier, like, Dorian dagger thing that gives you a little bit of lifesteal. It was a joke. And I was so, like, confused by this that I went back and recorded it, and it was so weird because I didn't want to post it because I was like, this is the kind of stuff that gets you killed. But I watched this, so when she would auto attack, her in-game value would change. Because like you can spectate a player and you can see their stats down here, and she only had 1 item, but every time she would auto attack, that item value would change temporarily to 100%, and it would go back to 10%, and then she'd auto attack and it go. And I was like, what is happening? So that after that, I gave up on League and started playing phone mobiles. And the last phone MOBA I played that I was serious about was Arena of Valor. Thought it was a new game, and I climbed to the highest rank in that game that exists. Not the #1 position, just the highest rank in the league. I think it was like Legendary League or whatever. And I did this in like 2 days. So I had my first day of playing it, and it was League of Legends but a simplified version. And my win rate was 100 or 90, like 98% over 100 games. Because I played 100 games in 1 day. Almost 100 games in 1 night. Because the matches are super short, right? Like 10 minutes. So I started, like, I was off work that day. I just played all day, sat in the phone literally all day and just played games, one after another, after another, after another. And won everything. Go to sleep, wake up the next day, and I can't win a game. Like, I can't win a single game and deranked like 5 times. Just trying to play. Hey, Graveguard. 30 minutes, almost 300,000, so about 1,000 a minute. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it ain't good. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch y'all in the next video. I don't even know what's this. Got a learning point book. But generally speaking, when you go in, like, I like that system better because I for sure make money. Sweet. I might even just keep that. But the only thing of any worth was this. So I got 1 item that was worth anything out of that whole run. And I used to do this endlessly to make money. And that was how I paid for premium with silver the very first time, back when the premium cost only 9 million. Not bad. Let's see if I quick sell, what's the difference? I'll do it. I ain't worried about it. So I made 100,000. Not worth, in my opinion. But it was fun. And I got my first PvP kill. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video when we're back in arenas. Peace.